Morning, good morning. Hi, Sage Sue. I'm back to talk more about aging well and owning our aging in positive, meaningful, and empowering ways. I'm by my butterflies today because I want to kind of talk about transformation and the feeling of transformation that I'm going through right now. So before we move on to the compass, which we started a couple of weeks ago, I'm going to continue kind of how I am resetting my lifestyle, which is at the top of this compass, in all the right ways for right now and for the right ways for me. So let's talk about that a little bit. This is clearly a time of transition for me, and I feel like even kind of coming out of Cancun, coming out of a constricted number of years where I maybe felt smaller than I needed to be and wasn't really fully bringing my full self to the table. And so I do feel like the butterflies coming out of the cocoon and kind of being reborn again and going through this rebirth process, which is really super exciting. It's also a great time to talk about this because we have a new season. Live the seasons, embrace the change. We just had the summer solstice yesterday, so now we're fully in summer. So we've got this seasonal change going on at the same time that I'm going through this chapter of life change for me. Having put work behind me in the role it had been for so many years, and kind of resetting and recreating my life in a whole new way right now. I'm very much in the process of that and just in the beginning stages, but having a lot of fun with this and also just kind of enjoying this process. I'm also trying to remember the things I have both learned from my role models as well as taught in classes for several decades. Things that I know from all my research and education on the aging process and how we thrive, what's going to help us most for this time of life. Well, number one, I know we cannot view retirement as a time of being done. It also can't be a time just of extended vacation. Yes, I'm playing more right now. I'm taking advantage of freedom. I'm having a lot more fun and doing just adventurous things again, really like I was a kid, which is a great way to be. A lot of people travel a lot in the first few years. Great, go for it. It's just we can't get stuck in that place and realize that that's all there is for this time of life. There's a great book I came across several decades ago. It's a very old book by now. And there's this book called The 3 Boxes of Life by Richard Bolus. He was the same author of What Color is Our Parachute, which many of us read when we were coming out of college and just starting to establish our place in the world or figure out what our place was going to be in the world. Well, he wrote this book about the 3 boxes of life, and I picked up on this in the late 90s, 1990s, and brought it into my classes pretty early on. But the way that we, for so many years, lived what he calls a linear life plan, which is we really separated the parts of our life. So we had the education box, then the work box, and then the retirement box. And they were very separate boxes. So you went in one, then you were done with that, you went into the next box. When you were done with that, then you went into the third box. But they didn't intermix. His idea at that time, which I believe is still a wonderful, and the best way to look at this, is to live a balanced life plan, where we incorporate all 3 of these aspects of our lives in every phase of our lives, including this time that I'm entering now, this new chapter, where work is starting to take has taken a back seat, is that we, yes, bring more play in. That's so important. There's a quote that we don't stop playing because we grow old because we stop playing. So true. So bringing more play and fun in. But also continuing to learn new things. I'm doing that through my role as a volunteer for Fairmont, learning more about the history of Denver, starting to look at what might be my niche, my specialty niche as a volunteer and leading tours. And then we want to keep work and purpose in our life, but in ways that are meaningful to us, engaging to us, in ways different than when, again, work kind of took the front seat of our lives and was center place in our lives. So it's a very exciting time of transformation. And we also want to keep stretching outside our comfort zones. We talked about this last week, and I'm continuing to do this, trying new things every week. And I'm even physically stretching. I've been taking a couple of yoga classes a week and kind of learning all new ways that I can physically stretch the tight parts of my body, the parts of my body that are not, became very inflexible the last few years, and with the addition of several artificial joints and metal in my knee, etc. But really stretching into that place. And I think as we stretch physically, we can also stretch our minds and our spirits. So that's kind of the take for this week. I hope you kind of see the idea of this being as exciting as I do right now, and that you view all these different changes that happen to us as ways to reset our lives, recreate our lives, and enter new chapters. I'll be back for more next week about something. See you then. Take care. Bye.